Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back everybody. Today DIY is this two fabric turban hats, the one I want to DIY today. And what you're going to need is you're going to need your velvet. I use 2 meter of velvet and 1 meter of this shining net. So to get started, I'm going to use my stretchy parts of my fabric, as you know. So I'm going to use all the length of the 2 meters because I want it to be really long and full. So I'm going to use the 2 meter length, which is going to give me about 80 inch. So, and I'll fold it into two. As you can see, I'm folding the edge of the fabric into two. That's the stretchy part. So I'm going to measure 11 inch there, and I'll measure 11 inch and I'll cut it out. The length is about 80 inch. I'll just cut it out like that. Yes, guys. So I'll set that aside. As you can see, I've got 2 meter and I've still got a lot of fabric left. That fabric can still DIY two turbans, so you can just keep it aside. You can still use it for something else. So the next fabric that I'm using is this shining net. So I fold it into two. I bought 1 meter. 1 meter is too small, but it's going to have a join in the middle because it's mine. So I don't mind. I don't mind having a join. If you don't want it to have a join, you can just buy 2 meter and do the same thing as I do with the velvet. So I fold it into two, and I fold the stretchy parts because I want the stretchy parts to go on my head. So the edge is on the side. So that one is giving me 11 inch as well. So you can see I fold it into four because I'm still going to cut it into two. So I cut it into two like that. I cut it into two like that because I'm going to join it like that in the middle. So it's going to give me the length that I want for the turbana, because that's 1 meter, and because it's 1 meter, that is going to have a join like that. I'm going to join it like that, so it's going to give me the length that I want with my velvet. So I'm going to set that aside. So the next thing I'm going to cut now is the band of my turban. As you can see, I'm using the stretchy part as well. So I'm going to measure 6 inch wide. I want it to be 6 inch wide, and the length is going to be 15 inch. The length is going to be 15 inch. So, and I'm going to cut that out. Then I'll set that aside. And after cutting it out, I split it into two and I fold it separately, which is going to give you 3 inch like that. See, because it's 6 inch, and I'm going to lay it on top of each other. I'll lay it up on top of each other like that. Yeah, I'll lay it up on top of each other like that. Then I'll measure. That's the edge that is not joined, is separate. So I'm going to measure from that edge that is separate. I'm going to measure. Yeah, I face it to myself so that it's going to be easy for me to cut. So I measure 2 inch there. From there to there is 2 inch, and I'm going to cut it like triangle like that. I'm going to slant it like that, like triangle, and that's it. So I will do that. So after doing that, that's what I want to create there. That's our band. It's gonna have a lap over there. So that's it. That's what I cut. I just like slant it like that, like a triangle. Yeah, that's what I did there. Yeah, like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. See, I'm gonna face it like that, like, yeah, that's going to give you that lap in the front of your turban. So the next thing now, we have to go on our sewing machine and let's get start sewing. Yeah, I'm on my sewing machine now. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use the pin. That's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to use my pin to pin it, to secure it so that it's not going to move. So after securing it, I'll go straight on my sewing machine. I'll pin it like three in the, that's on the side, and in the middle I'll pin it as well. Then I'll pin it on the other side, so so that they can lay on each other. Then I'll put it on my sewing machine. Then I'm going to sew it round. I'm going to sew it round to secure it, to put them in place. I'm going to sew it round. So that's the next thing to do. Put it on the sewing machine, sew it round. So after sewing it round, that's it. That's what I come up with. This part is, some people don't understand this part, but this part is very simple. If you like concentrate on what I'm doing, just look at what I'm doing, then you are going to get it. So the next thing I'm going to do, this is my main turban, the length, the 80-inch length, and I fold it into two, and I cut a bit out in the middle because I want to know where the middle part is. That's why I did that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is our net. I need to join the nets together. So I'm going to join the net together. I'm looking at the right side and the wrong side, and that's the right side and that's the wrong side. So I'm going to make sure the wrong side is outside and the right side, the wrong side is outside and the wrong side is inside. So I'm going to lay them on top of each other because I'm going to go ahead and sew them together on my sewing machine. I want it to be joined. If you don't want your own to have join, just go ahead and buy 2 meters of net, but I use 1 meter of net because this is my own turban as I'm not is mine. So I'll just wrap it. By the time you wrap it, it's going to be inside, so it doesn't matter. If you don't mind, you can just go for 1 meter. So after sewing it straight, I didn't get my fabric off my sewing machine. I turn it around because I want to make sure all the edge goes in. So I'm going to fold the edge inside and I'm going to stitch it again on top. I'm going to stitch it again. I'll show you in a minute. I'll zoom the sewing machine. Yes, can you see what I'm doing there now? Yeah, after sewing it the first time, then I take the edge and I fold it inside and I make sure I run my machine on top of it like that. That is what I'm doing because I want it to be neat. So that's what I'm trying to create there, and that's that. So the next thing, and that is it. You can see it's really neat. Yeah, so the next thing I'll do now, I'm gonna place my, yeah, that's it. You can see, guys, it's so neat like that. You secure your sewing. So the next thing, I'll leave my velvet, the 11-inch that we fold into two, which is 22-inch. That's the one. I put that one down first. The right side is on top, and I place the net on it. The net on it, the right side is on top as well. Then after doing that, I'm going to pin both of them together. Then I'll lay my band on it. I've notched the middle part of my band so that I can know where the middle is. So I'm going to place the middle part of my band into the middle part of my main turban. So with my main turban, so that I know where the middle is. Then I'm going to pin them down with my pin. So this one is a long one, and the band, you place them together on top of each other. Now I've got 3 things there. The first thing is my velvet, and the second one is my net, then my band. So I'm going to pin all of them down like that. I'm going to make sure everything stay in place. Adjust the net because the net is moving because it's so light. So I pin everything together. Then I'll make sure I pin it. Everything is staying where they're supposed to stay when I'm pinning them. Then the next thing, you can see that's that I pin it round like that. As you can see, that's the first one, and the second one is the net like that. Then the band. Then the next thing, now I'll go straight on my sewing machine. I'll just go on my sewing machine and sew them straight, sew it straight like that. And that's what I've come up with, guys. That's what we want to create there, and that's it. You can see the velvet first, the net followed by the band. That's what I'm creating there. The next thing, I'll fold it into 2. We're almost at the end of our turban. You fold it into 2 like that. Then I'm gonna sew it down, 1-inch sew. I'll just sew it down straight down to the end. But when you're sewing, don't forget, guys, to backstitch. And I'm going to make sure the nets underneath, I place them very well. I pull them to the edge of the fabric. I make sure everything is laying properly. Then I sew it straight. When I get to the end of my fabric, I sew. Then I backstitch. I didn't finish sewing, backstitch. I put my needle inside my fabric and I turn. Yeah, I turn my fabric. Then I continue sewing. Then I make sure all the nets is on the edge before I sew. Now that's the finishing look of our turban hats, guys. It looks so beautiful, as you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to show you 2 ways to tie these turban hats. 2 ways to tie it. So the first thing I'm going to do, because my hair is not done, I didn't have my hair done, so I'm going to use that donut to make sure my head is a bit puffy, you understand, because my hair is not done and the turban might look so small on me. And if you don't mind, you can just like use it like that, but because I want it to have that African hair tie look, that's the look I want to do. I'm looking for there, so that's what I want to do. So I put in my donuts like that. Yeah, I put my donut like that, and I make sure I put them in the middle properly. So the next thing I do is that I put my hand in there, yeah, and I turn my turban around my donuts. I put it in front of my head first, then I turn it around my donut. Then I'll go in the front and pull it out a bit. I just pull it out a bit, yeah, like all this Owambe air tie, yeah. So that's what I'm doing there. I mean, Nigerians, yeah, that's it. Ready to go. Yeah, that's it, guys. You see, it looks so beautiful, and you can pull it. I pull it back a bit. As you can see what I created there, it looks so nice because of the shining net. It makes it look so beautiful. And the next one I'm gonna do, I put my donut is still on my head, and I push all this turban inside at the back a bit, and I roll it the first time, then I roll it the second time. You can see the joining is showing at the back, but the third one is going to cover it, you know. So, and I fold it, the edge of my turban, I fold the edge and I tuck it in, yeah, like that. I tuck it in at the back, at the top of my, yeah, at the top of my head. I tuck it in, then you adjust it, yeah, tuck everything in, then I adjust it the way I want it. I create some pleats on the side, yeah, and I pull where I supposed to pull, just do whatever. I'm just showing you what you can come up with this turban, yeah. And you see how beautiful it looks. You can wear it for any occasion. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Please do subscribe to my channel, share my video with family and friends. Give me a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Catch you up, guys, in my next video.